Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Juicy, okay? And I got my boy Brandon back. And I know you guys have missed us. It's been a minute. The last live I told y'all I was going on vacation. I had a blast in Chicago. Shout out to Chi-Town. And Brandon, you went on vacation too. Where did you go?
I went to the beach to celebrate. Well, I mean, I wasn't really celebrating the 4th of July. I don't really do that, but I did have the weekend off, so I went down to the beach, had a good old time there, visited the girlfriend and her family. They live down at the beach, so yeah,
At the
it's a
beach.
nice little town.
Yeah. Shout out to I actually have the same sentiment. It's like we ain't really celebrating the fourth because I mean that's not a day to celebrate. But if you got the time
Well,
off, why not have fun?
for sure, for sure. Yeah, I mean, like I already celebrated Juneteenth, so like I don't really have like a freedom celebration to do. But we here. But
We here.
yeah, man, let's talk some Love Island, man. Do we want to catch up first? It's
We
been a
should
lot.
definitely catch. Yeah, we should catch up. For sure, because it's been like a lot of episodes that we didn't talk about, and definitely hoping that TL gets in here soon, and everybody else, Princess. But I guess I'll let you. What it was so much going on, and so I feel like I'm gonna allow you to just kind of like do the catching up first. So like, what do you want to talk about first?
Man, first off, R.I.P. Corbin and Parmita. They're
Oh,
not
I thought
dead, but
about you. I thought about you.
they're back in Miami. Man, yeah, man, that was a tough episode. That was a tough episode. R.I.P. them. That dumping was rough. Um, I mean, who else? Has anyone else really been dumped that we care about? I mean, aside from that, it's been like Jin
Before we
and
even before we move on, I gotta give a little bit more energy to Parmita losing Parmita and Corbin. I just gotta say, I was genuinely pissed. Like I was because what really got me was like they like Trinity and Bryce were safe, and
Mhm.
Anaya and Carl were safe, and they were like amongst the first to be called safe. I was truly offended that we saw like a true connection, Parmita and Corbin, no matter like how the people felt. Hi TL, we miss y'all too. Super excited. And I was just telling Brandon, I was like, I hope TL is here. I know it's been a minute,
Oh
but
yeah,
we're
the whole
back.
gang's back.
We are officially back, y'all. We really miss y'all. Y'all can see I got a tan. We had a great time. But basically, like, I was fucking pissed that we had like however people felt about Corbin and Parmita, it was genuine. You know what I mean? And like
Mm,
we saw the change from Corbin. Although I liked him, I always say he's a fuck boy. You can't take him serious. But we saw even him mature. Like the way he showed up with Parmita was cool to see, and even the way that she defended him, I really liked. I don't know if you peeped it. Well, pretty sure you did. But when she was offended when Kenzie kind of like voted for them, and she kind of defended like, yeah, we look good, and y'all may look at us, we work out, but at the end of the day, you don't see our chats, and so
mm.
like that's the passion that is shows you a real solid foundation of a real relationship. And the fact that even as early as to tonight's episode and yesterday's episode, when we see Bryce and Trinity talking, it's very like, oh, I like you, you make me feel so happy, this little bullshit, and you compare it to somebody like Corbin and Pramita who have something real. It really fucking pissed me off. So shout out to
Mhm.
them.
Yeah, you kind of know that everybody, like, it's a real thing with this. Trinity and Bryce only really have conversations. Their conversations are only really about how much they like each other, and they like kind of talk in circles and just kind of mirror each other. And I feel like the fact that we all like, because I mean, it's not just you that has said that. Like, I've thought that while I'm watching it, and then I've also watched other, review videos. Shout out to It Takes Two. You know what I'm saying? I love their reviews. But I mean, like they said the exact same thing. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really multiple. It like all of us are coming to the same conclusion while watching this show that Trinity and Bryce are like kind of faking these conversations, really just to kind of make it seem like they like each other. So yeah, I mean that just kind of reaffirms the fact that yeah, I think it's BS because I mean we all independently came to that conclusion. So I mean I don't know. It's pretty rough with that couple. Corbin and Parmita, of course, it's RIP. I mean, they did just talk about, how much they like each other a lot too. You know what I'm saying? And, or how similar they were, we're exactly the same person, and how high each other was and stuff like that. But once again, you could very much clearly see that there was a real connection there. The realest connections that have been on this season so far are Melanie and Sincere, sadly, Casey and TT, and then Corbin and Parmita. And in no particular order. I'm not ordering those at all. Just those are
Can I
the
say
top
something?
three. What's up?
Top three, and also I know you're not gonna like this, and I would even say Kata and Zach has something more than like even Bryce and Zach, Trinity. Sorry, Bryce and Trinity, of course. But just to piggyback off of like,
I
I
would
know
put
you
them
said
like fourth or fifth, I think.
okay, but even how you
Um,
mentioned, hmm?
oh, I was just saying. So I'm with you there. Like I roughly agree.
Okay. And I also wanted to add on to what you said about how like sometimes Parmita and Corbin would talk about like, oh, we like each other and all that. But it wasn't just words with them. Like we saw the physical touch. Like I
Hmm.
even thought about I don't know if it was today's episode or yesterday's, but Bryce and Trinity shared a kiss. And I noticed because I always pay attention to like body language. His hands were like they were either like on his side, like on the like resting on the chair that they were sitting laying on, or like it was like just in one spot, like on her back, right?
Yeah.
But we have seen that Bryce can be very physical and touchy, especially in his interactions with um Zach. Sorry, yeah, Zach. And so when you think about couples in the villa, especially like as a man, you're a man, I'm a man, and we just also see the guys on the show. When you're making out with like a woman that you're attracted to, your hand is not going to just be like still in one spot. You're going to explore naturally. And I'm just like,
Hmm.
bro, like I pay attention to body language. You're not fucking with her. You don't like her.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, like a lot of people like to watch the show with like blinders on, or I don't know, or they're just delusional. I'm not sure. Like watching the show really makes me understand, like, because I mean, we all know that one person that's like, oh, I never thought he would cheat on me. I never thought this would be a bad dude. And we're all like, what do you mean? This guy is awful. You know what I'm saying? Looking from an outside perspective, you know what I'm saying, right? Like watching this show and seeing who the public roots for, I always realize like, oh, this is why y'all be getting done dirty by dudes. This is why, you know what I'm saying, you got
Bro.
with a Dusty and that's your baby daddy now. You know what I'm saying? Like this is why this should be happening, right? You know what I'm saying? It's because y'all can't make objective decisions and really realize when dudes actually like people, like it's actually an issue. And the fact that you can't see it, it's like it's one thing if a dude's spitting game to you, but it's another thing when you're watching on a TV show and you still can't see the fuck shit. Like, bro, come on, man. Um,
No,
but
literally. No, literally. And I just want to say this because I know we got some more people in the views right now. So as you can see by the caption, Brandon and I, we're gonna get to family night really soon. So we are gonna talk about tonight's episode. But like literally, y'all know we were out of town. He was on vacation. I was on vacation separately,
yes.
and we missed a lot of time. So we're kind of doing like a quick catch up before we get into tonight's family night. So we are gonna get there. But we just had a lot of opinions about the episodes that we did have the chance to catch up on. So can you say the last thing you said though? Because I felt like I was going to respond to that.
Oh,
Oh, you was talking about. Oh, never mind. I got it. We're talking about how like this show, which is what I like, because it's really like a big social experiment. Really, how like people biases and their perspectives kind of dilute itself into like how they're viewing things. And speaking of it, and I don't know if this, I guess I could talk about it because it touched on tonight's episode, but it also kind of happened on a previous episode. But what really got me was Trinity commenting on Kata and Zach's exclusive language. I'm like,
hmm
first of all, Trinity, let's be clear. Do you not know what the definition of exclusive is? Number one, like, do you not know what it means? And also, Trinity, it's funny that she called it a situationship. And my thing is this: if anybody's in a situationship, it's definitely Trinity and unknowingly Kata, because at the end of the day, if you want to talk about situationship, Bryce is feeling Zach. He's giving him all the physical stuff, and even Zach said it on a recent
Ooh, is that what we're
episode.
talking about?
Zach was like, "I saw your dick before she saw your dick," but she has
Yeah.
all this heat
And they were
talking
saying,
about
Bryce and Zach, let's go to
situationship.
the hideaway.
Exactly, like let's go to the hideaway. But I don't know. I feel like it was like I feel like, and I think everyone's able to see now that Trinity is really not this girl's girl. The way she tried to paint herself to be, it's like these ain't no real friendships because like we saw that shit. So basically, Trinity's talking. First of all, mind you, her, Kata, they're always like, oh, we're so close, we're so this. But the moment that Trinity had time to like go into a separate space and talk shit about her alleged bestie, Kata, and like talking about her relationship and how it's like the situation stuff, I'm like, just because you and Zach, sorry, just because Trinity and Bryce rushed into a fucking boyfriend and girlfriend title without any substance, like they literally like got into the like boyfriend and girlfriend range, mind you, only because they were chosen for an exclusive date. I highly doubt if they didn't get chosen. You know, when they went like on a like a, I don't think you watched it though. When they went on a date, yeah, they went
I
on that
skipped
date.
through it, but yeah, I remember the episode where they
Yeah, it's
on the
like,
jet ski and whatnot. Yeah,
yeah, bro. I'm like, girl, like you probably wouldn't even be his girlfriend
they're
right
the
now.
only couple that got a date this entire season outside of the villa. Usually in Love Island, there's like 5 dates a season, like on the UK version. And even in the previous season on the US version, like Huda and Jeremiah went on a date to the water park, like
I
episode
know.
9 or something, you know? So,
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, this season they really dropped the ball production wise.
I've
I'm
been
not
giving
really
them a
sure.
little bit of grace though, because their main producer of this show passed
So,
away. He
apparently
died.
he only did the music.
Stop.
That's what I heard. Apparently he only did the music. So, I'm not really sure what's going on with this damn show.
Oh, damn. But still, rest in
Yeah.
peace to him.
Yeah, no, of course, rest in peace. I'm not saying his
Yeah.
contributions were. I mean, maybe he brought the more morale, like maybe he brought the team morale down, and everybody, like
Right.
then wasn't able to be in their element or something. But
Yeah.
I mean, like he wasn't one of the people that was deciding what was gonna be happening on the show, as far as
Interesting.
I'm aware. So yeah, I'm not really sure why production like this season was so weird. It doesn't really feel like any of the other seasons of Love Island. There wasn't enough dumpings, there weren't enough bombshells, and there weren't enough dates. I mean, so it's kind of hard to think like what the hell even happened in the season, Like we had a couple of drama moments and I got dragged out. Okay, sorry. I guess we should go back to what happened. Did anything else important happen in our vacation time that we should recap?
Yeah, I actually, that's why I just put on my
Casey
phone. I
and
was looking.
Anaya kind of made up. We had a fake apology.
Oh, right.
And then
Oh,
they made up for real, for real. Um, do we
yeah.
care?
Yeah, I'm kind of over that. And I feel like at
Yeah,
this
me
point,
too.
here's what I noticed though. I want to say before, because like you brought it up, so I'll talk about it real quick. One thing I peeped, even on tonight's episode, as like TT was like talking about how much she cares about KC, and like she's never really in, what she say? She's like, she felt chosen, and she's never been this lovey-dovey with the guy. And Anaya was right there holding her hand and kind of like supporting her and just really being supportive. And I just feel like when you think in hindsight of how major Anaya was acting towards KC, like all those big movements, like it was just, I just feel like that her supporting her, Anaya supporting TT in that moment regarding KC, someone just a few weeks ago she was like acting crazy over. It just lets you know it wasn't necessarily how much she loves and cares about KC. It was more so of like, I'm triggered because of my past trauma, and like Casey's triggering me, and I'm like crashing out because I feel like if she genuinely, all the emotions or the things that she did regarding Casey, if it was genuine, I just don't think that like in a week's time you will be like holding the girl who just basically took your man, holding her
Yeah.
hand, supporting her. It's like, if even if, and I get it, it's a show, so you got to be around each other, but like I can support you from afar. Like I may be sitting a few girls down, I may like respect that you care about them, but I'm not going to be holding your hand and hugging you like that. So I just peeped that, and I was like, yeah, Naya, like you wasn't really rocking with Casey like that. All that crazy stuff that you was doing is just because it was a trauma response. But
Yeah, I
one,
think it was more so like she was embarrassed more than anything.
yeah.
And before we get into tonight's episode, Casey and TT, the boyfriend girlfriend proposal was probably the best moment of the season, like love wise. I think they've been together for like a little bit over a
But
week.
that didn't that
So people
happen
called it.
tonight?
That
That didn't happen on
happened.
tonight.
That was Tuesday.
Oh, okay. I watched that. I watched both yesterday's and today's episode today, so maybe I confused
Okay.
them. Okay.
Yeah, the KCTT proposal was yesterday. I mean, and I did see some interesting dirty looks coming from some of the core four. Um
Ooh, I missed it. Please do tell.
Yeah, they posted a lot of those on like TikTok and whatnot. Anaya, Kata, Trinity, of course. Yeah, all were making some little scrunched up faces at points. But I mean, I think some of it could have been like they were trying to make out what they were saying too. So I mean, like, I'm not gonna say it was for certain that they were, being shady. But yeah, I quite like the KCTT proposal little situation. It was adorable. Um of course, I mean they haven't been together for awfully long, but I think this was more so Casey thinking, well, we're about to get dumped from the show, so I'm not gonna have a chance to do this. So I want to dive right in and let Titi know that I love her as much as I can, or like her, excuse me, as much as I can, and want her, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's who I'm gonna choose or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and at the end of the day, too, like I don't think a week is all. I don't think a week is too little time to make someone your girlfriend, especially like when it's one thing when it's Trinity and Bryce, and Bryce is going and pulling Kata and shit, like multiple times, like after he's already been rejected. It's one thing when it's like that or whatever, and it's like kind of rocky, and the connection isn't as immediate and instant and natural and clear to the eye, versus Casey and Tiara, who have throughout the entirety of her time on the show, they've been pretty solid. They only had one little tiff moment, which was when Casey decided he wanted to get to know Sydney, and they both recovered extremely maturely, and kind of got back from that. So yeah, I quite like this moment. Shout out to Casey and TT. Best
Yeah, and
couple of
what
the
I
season.
Facts. Best of luck to them. And what I also just to add on to what you're saying is what the thing that was believable in terms of sustainability, which I appreciated from them, is like they actually both live in the same city. Like they both live in California, they both live in LA. So it's like they can actually go back home to each other. And so even
Yep.
speaking of that, because I know we're doing like a quick recap of previous episodes, it was let's just talk about Anaya and Carl, for example, because they live in two different states and I think even two different regions. I think like somebody's in the Midwest or someone's in
I think
Cali. I know.
I think it's Colorado, and I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
I think they're pretty far away though.
they're far, and like he brought up a
Trinity and
point.
Bryce are the furthest,
Yeah,
besides Zach
that's
and Kata.
Trinity and Bryce, that's a wrap. That's not going to even work. That's not even real. But for Anaya and Carl, it was just interesting to me because me and Carl have this in common. But he was saying she asked him, "How do you feel about long distance relationship?" And he was like, "He's not really a fan of it. Like it hasn't really worked for him in the past." And I
Mhm.
agree. And I just felt like why I cannot buy this Carl and Anaya thing is like everything is just like so fake and positive. I just felt like he kind of is saying what he has to say. He's kind of like on his sincere stuff where he's just kind of like people pleasing. I feel like when it comes to her, he just kind of seems like, oh, but like with you, I think we can make it work, blah, 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 blah. I do
Mhm.
not think that is going to work at all. So yeah, if they were
Yeah.
to like magically get as a real couple or get exclusive, like I just don't see it post Villa because they haven't really experienced anything deep just yet. They haven't had like a big argument and a breakthrough moment and got over something that can show that they like can stand the test of time. She has showed how she is in conflict, which is like screaming, cursing, manipulation, gaslighting, all these things when she's in conflict. And like I would have loved to see them have some type of conflict and see how they get over it. That can show how you can stand the test of time. And even when we talk about Melanie and Sincere, they've had conflict and they have gotten over it. No matter what people want to say about Melanie and Sincere, I can feel some level of confidence with them because I know it's real.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like no matter what, you at least see the passion there, where it's not really there with some of these couples. I'm not gonna talk about Carl and Anaya too much because I feel like they're kind of boring. Like there were a couple where like neither of them brings a lot of personality, sadly, to the villa. And I mean, aside from the only passion what we've seen from Anaya is really is when she's crashing down on KC, and that's been kind of done for a little bit. So, um, what I will say about Carl and Anaya though is that I I think Carl likes her enough to be in a couple with her on the to be in a couple with her on the show, and I think the same can maybe be said about Anaya. I think she likes him a little bit less, maybe. But with Anaya, I feel like the main problem is that I feel like for myself watching it, I kind of get the feeling or the fear that Anaya really just likes the idea of Carl. And that kind of gets confirmed to me on movie night, like when her mom comes in, like they're just saying a bunch of like bullshit and platitudes, like he's a good man, you know he's a good man, and
Right.
you don't treat good people like this, good people, and it's just like, what the fuck do y'all mean by that? It's really interesting, like the verbiage that they use, and I think that should be noted. I don't think we should gloss over that at all. Um, yeah. So,
No, literally,
yeah,
when you
yeah, I'll
when
say
yeah,
that.
I agree 100%, and I thought about it too because you mentioned we talked about them earlier, and I talked about how like her relations with KC was centered upon like, and you mentioned embarrassment, right? Like it was
Mhm.
about her trauma, it was about her feeling embarrassed, and I feel like even now with her situation with Carl, I feel like it's also about her. It's like, okay, I was embarrassed, but now I'm not
Appearing
embarrassed.
regal, appearing like the princess,
Yeah,
appearing
like
like
yeah,
you know.
yeah, she wants this like fairy tale ending, and I feel like if Casey embarrassed me on national television, now I have someone who's like, okay, I'm not embarrassed anymore. I can be chosen, I can be seen. So I just it feels good for her, and also it feels safe for her. And then also again, like you said, it was just full of BS for me. One thing that stood out to me that I didn't like, that just wasn't genuine, was I don't know if it was Carl's grandmother or his mother, but
Mhm.
one of them was like, oh, we really like how you showed up. She was like, something, I think I put it in my phone, but basically it was something about how like they like how she presents herself or how she carries herself. What did she say? And I'm just like, there's no
Yeah,
way. What? Yeah,
I,
like it was
I
very like if they were being genuine, like if I was Carl's parent, even if I like the girl, I would say my one concern, right, is like I don't like how you deal with KC and conflict when there's problems and like all the cursing. It felt very unhinged. Like it felt like I don't know. I felt like you can't
because
say you
Carl
just
was
love.
there during that entire ordeal. That was when he was brought back. No, yeah, he was brought back
Yeah, he
already.
was there. He saw
So I
it when he was
mean,
when he wasn't
s-
chosen.
so the mom or grandma or whoever that was, like, she would have been watching that episode, So like, I'm not really sure why they. Yeah, I don't know. Like, a lot of the family members were clearly being fake. Like, they know that they're trying to get that $100,000, so they're just gonna,
Right.
write it out. And if I was a family member, or if one of my family members went on Love Island, I would absolutely do the same thing. Like, I would not do what Melanie's sister did. That was the absolute last thing I did. I'm glad Melanie's sister did
No,
it
I
because it was
appreciate that.
entertaining.
We're gonna talk about this shit.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
I
we're
think
going
this
to
is
talk
a
about
good
that
trend.
shit.
I think it's a good transition. I feel like, are you ready to talk about to get into tonight's episode now?
Let's get into
Uh,
it.
let's talk about family night. So
Family
it
night,
starts
baby.
off with, and I think this is a perfect transition. It starts off with, here we go, because I have all these notes. It starts off with Bryce, right? Bryce's family
Yes.
and Trinity families come to the villa. And I gotta say this about Bryce's grandmother. Shout out to his grandmother. You can definitely tell that she's been watching these episodes just like me and
Oh
you.
yeah.
Okay. She may
Oh
not
yeah.
be on live, going live with us, but let me tell you, that lady be at home watching this stuff. She was a fan. She came in there,
She
family
locked
out.
in.
She locked in. And to your point about how some of these family members are just being supportive for that bag, that's exactly what it gave for me from both Trinity's parents and Bryce's family. They was like, you know what? If America's buying this shit, let's go ahead and like add on. Let's contribute to this narrative that they're going to work. I mean, there's no way. And I'm sorry, when I saw Trinity's mom, y'all know me. If y'all been watching my lives, y'all know how I am. I saw Trinity's mom, and y'all know what I was thinking. What do you think I was thinking? I'm not gonna say it.
About that van.
I was
Think
thinking
about
about the
that
van.
van.
I was like, okay, so this is the face that was driving
Backseat of
the
the
car
van.
when she was driving the van, and then okay, cool. But
So
I
did
don't
you watch
know.
that episode, Trinity's mom? Did you? I mean,
Hmm?
like, come on. I mean, Trinity's mom. Did you watch that episode? Does Bryce? Oh, King Cash in the comments says, "Does Bryce even have a job?" He doesn't
He does
actually.
not. Oh, wait, no,
He
he's a
doesn't
garbage
really.
man. He's a garbage man. He picks up
What?
trash. Y'all didn't know that? He's a garbage man.
When
Yeah,
did they say that?
bro. Have you not been
In the
watching the
first episode?
episodes? Yeah, the first, and he even brought it came up again in
I
conversation in a
thought I
couple
thought
episodes.
he was like a DJ on the weekends, and like that was his job.
Maybe he does both, but he's a garbage. His main job, he's a garbage man. And if anybody in the
Shout out
chat
to
can
the
confirm
garbage
that,
man.
go ahead and add to that conversation. But yeah, like he's a
All right,
garbage
never mind. I must have missed that episode. I'm sorry.
man. But yeah, I just feel like they definitely was just hyping. They're supportive family who's about the bag. That's what I got from that. I was like, oh, it's just more fake shit. And I was like, oh, maybe this is where Trinity and Bryce gets this from. Like the family can be fake and so can their kids.
Yeah,
But
skip.
Bryce's grandma was funny. Skip, it was a doozy.
Yeah. Next
Uh,
couple. Let's get to the
Next
interesting
couple.
stuff.
Right. Again, it's the same thing. Now we have another boring one. It was Anaya and Carl's family that came
Yeah.
next.
I mean,
Um,
I mean, I will kind of touch on like the language I was using again. I thought it was interesting the way that Anaya's mom talked about Carl, like just the way that both of them talk about Carl feels to me once again like they like the idea of Carl and not Carl. Like, and even Carl says, "Yeah, I think my mom just thinks that she's gonna have some D1 volleyball babies or whatever, right?" And it's just like all y'all talk about is fucking volleyball
just
and
fake
how much y'all
it.
like each other. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like it's just, like I don't know, man. If I wanted to watch a couple like a boring couple like this try to scam me, I would watch Love at First Sight or Married at First Sight or whatever, or Love is Blind. Like this is just not the type of couple that I want to see on Love Island, truth be told. They're just like I
They were
mean,
just
Trinity
thrown
and Bryce are
together.
better. Trinity and Bryce are better because at least Trinity is something. Like Trinity's kind of been like a villain or whatever. At least to me and you watching this season. But Trinity's kind of been like a villain, so at least she's something.
You feel
Carl and
like when you
Anaya
say
are
something,
just kind
you
of
mean like
boring.
you mean like Trinity brings
Something to root
her.
against, something in
Okay.
the episodes. I guess Anaya did crash out for an episode or two, but she was just more so, and she was draining.
She was
Uh,
draining, yeah.
yeah.
One thing I didn't like about one thing I also didn't like about the whole Anaya and Carl thing is when the family comes to your point about like the D1 babies and all that. I didn't get I like your chemistry together. I don't like I like how you guys how he smiles or like when you're guys together, it's really cute. Like we didn't get anything of substance that would warrant all this praise. I'm not gonna talk
Mhm.
about D1 babies and all these other things if I don't feel that there's a chemistry there. If I don't feel like this is genuine. And we definitely didn't get that. Like you said, it was just about the optics, the what ifs, but not the real thing, the nuts and potatoes. So they were just again, listen, let's get to this bag. Okay, we're gonna say what we gotta say to manipulate the viewers,
Also,
and that's what it was given to me.
King Cash points out in the comments and says, "Didn't Carl says that he's in college or have classes, so she doesn't move to him.
Yeah,
That's not going to last." That is true. I
literally
forgot about that. He
3
did say
years,
that.
3 years of PT school.
Yeah,
He has
and
3 more years.
okay, so he's becoming a physical therapist
I that's what I'm assuming. Physical therapist or
or
pharmacy
like
tech. I don't know.
a
Yeah, not
tech
pharmacy tech, but yeah.
or pharmaceutical
Yeah.
tech. Is that what he's doing?
I thought about physician tech. Well, maybe you're right. I think what you're talking
Physician.
about. I
There's
think
a
I
lot
think
of PTs, aren't there?
I think it's
Damn.
physical I think
I guess there's a lot of
physical
PTs.
therapists. It really is.
But so you can be a pharmaceutical technician.
But
I don't know what
it don't
the
take
I don't
3
know what the
years for
medical.
that. Pharmaceutical tech is like you take a little
That's
course, a
true.
few exams, like that's real quick. But I think physical therapist sounds more legit. But
That's
either way it
true.
goes, he has 3 years of that and his long
Yeah,
distance.
and he's
So they
20. I
haven't
thought he was
developed
28. I thought he was one of the growner people on the show. So it's interesting to me. I mean, not that you can't be old and go to school, but
28 is not
like,
old, but yeah, you can go to school at any age.
yeah, not that you not that you, but I guess just from the perspective that okay, well, obviously on social media, a lot of the conversation has been like when Carl first came on the show and he was being compared to KC constantly. People were saying, "Oh, KC only did this or whatever," whereas Carl, is rich and has a business and moved to Uber or whatever, and this, that, and the fourth. So I mean, like it was really kind of presented. Or I mean, like I guess I had the perception that he had some stuff going on, but I mean, not that he, can't have stuff going on as a student, either, but it doesn't really seem like it. Like it seems like he's just got a rich family and like he's just kind of
And
writing it
she
out.
does too, apparently.
And she does too. This is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that yeah, it just seems like two boring rich kids have met each other and they're just writing it out on this.
But what I will say this though, because like given all sides, I did like to see Anaya. Haven't really had the best liking to Anaya on this show, but I definitely like. It was cool to see like her family give her just talking. I feel like there is a level. What I do appreciate about Naya is her authenticity, even when she's wrong and all the things. I feel like she's being genuine, and because she has not shown herself in the best light. But I just felt like I got her like from her sister and her mom. They just give me real raw energy. And even when their
Mhm.
sister, I think it was her sister or her mom, they gave her advice. She was like, I think you could have gave better advice to Melanie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like they were actually critiquing
I like
her.
that part.
Yeah, and even like when they embraced, I feel like I like this. And I feel like with tonight's episode, it was really cool to see like the people be again, we know we critique them, we're hard on them, but like they're humans at the end of the day. And it was like a reminder, like these are human beings. So like it was kind of cool to see where Anaya came from for sure. Um,
Yeah. I guess I will say though one more thing about Carl and the PT school. So can we presume then that he's had a career change maybe, or that he started school late? Because I mean, if he's 28, I would assume he probably just started his program recently, whatever he's doing. So, I
possibly.
mean, because I mean, like usually when people are finished by by 31, it's usually like a PhD program, unless they started
I could
uh
give you a different
later
perspective
in
too.
life. Oh,
I
what's
feel
up?
like I feel like there's also room for like career changes, right? Like I've been teaching for like the last 5 years, but like I'm in a position in my life now where I'm thinking about like going back to school to get into like psychology and like become like a clinical psychologist or like
Hmm.
or something dealing with like criminal investigation. So like it
For
could
sure.
be something for him that like he's been doing something for a while and like maybe he wants to like pursue a different career path. Like as I've gotten older and just around different people, like sometimes it's cool to do a pivot. And as we know, with the environment that we live in now, a lot of jobs have been taken by AI, or like some careers are not as stable as
For
they
sure.
once were. And so maybe he's just like, having like a career pivot. Either way, the hell he got going on, I just don't see whether he's in PT school, veterinary school, or out of school. I don't see a connection between him and Anaya that's genuine.
Yeah. Nope. Nope. No. Nope. All right. Who came in next? Was it Zach and Kada?
No, what came in next was Casey and TT's family.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
They were good. They were, just kind of very positive. A little bit less energetic than I thought. Casey's mom was quite reserved, which
very
is perfectly
reserved.
fine.
Yeah, it's
Um,
fine. But at
but
first I was thinking like I was like, "Whoa." I was like, "His mom is not feeling it." My initial thoughts were his mom is not feeling TT at all. I don't know what
mhm,
it is, but she's not feeling her. But then over time I was like, and even Casey said it himself. He's like his mom is like a woman of a few words. And so like even like but his sister really likes TT and like she really liked her, which I thought was great. And one thing that stood out to me about what his sister said, which is I've said to you several times, and I think you've said it to me too. She said how like his goofy personality, his silly self
absolutely.
came out with TT, and it was indirect shade a bit. I feel like because she was also pretty much saying not even shade, just reality, but she was pretty much saying when you was with Anaya, we didn't see your personality, you were not yourself. But when TT came, the silly, goofy brother that I know is with her. So like when she
Yep.
confirmed that she fucks with it, that said a lot to me because as a sister of a brother, or sibling period, but definitely like sisters are definitely like they don't play about their brother. So the fact that she's cool with TT lets you know that like she is bringing out that real Casey for sure.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
bet she was
Yes.
like, I bet she wanted to say, "Thank God you over there, Anaya girl." Like, could you imagine? Like, even me and you, we was like,
Oh
he
yeah.
needs to get it far away from Anaya. So imagine being like his sister. She was like, "God damn it, I'm happy you away from that crazy ass girl." But what you got to say?
Yeah, that was very clearly the case. The sister, you could tell the sister had kind of like seen, the discourse and whatnot online about the couples and whatnot. Like you could tell she was in the know and was coming in to say the right things. Like, yo, just keep doing what you're doing. I back you and we support you, we got you, and all that stuff or whatever.
Yeah,
Someone in the comments says Casey's mom seems very strict and reserved. Maybe she doesn't like him being on camera. Yeah, that's for sure what I peeped as well. Like it
yeah,
kind of just seems like maybe she's just not a fan of the fact that he just is on this crazy ass show, necessarily. She seems like she probably is from like a maybe more. I mean, like they're from Fresno, right? So I mean, like could be that they're from a little bit more conservative, uh, not like politically, but conservative community or whatever. Like
yeah.
in like a maybe like a religious sense or something or whatever. Just to where they don't want, their son out on TV tonguing people down and doing all this crazy stuff. Yeah, no.
Right. And
Or,
he
or
even
or maybe
said,
they're just not crazy about it.
yeah, but he also even said that could be true too, of course. And he also said how like she's just a woman of a few words. So maybe like generally speaking, she's just kind of like calm and dull in like her personality.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think
Hmm.
what you said is true, could be true too. One thing that I love. Wait, let me just say this before I get to that point because I have several notes. My one note about I noticed about TT. She said it tonight during this episode, and she said it on the previous episode as well. But she says how no one has ever seen her with a boyfriend. She hasn't really been lovey dovey with a guy like this before. And not that I don't believe her, but it was just interesting to me because I'm like, okay, because I do you know her age? I think she's what, like 23 or something like that.
She's like 23.
Yeah, I feel like to be
She's like 1 year
23,
older than
all
Casey, I think.
okay. Yeah, like to be 23, even though that's like super still young, but it's just like it's interesting. I'm like, no one has ever seen you with a boyfriend. Like, cause to me, like she's a beautiful girl. So it's like no one's seen you with a boyfriend or lovey-dovey like this. And at first, I feel like on one end you could be like, yeah, this girl just bullshit and she's just lying. But no, like the girl was tearing up several times, and like so I'm just like, it just made me think like, are you crazy? Or I don't know. That's not to say that she's crazy, but it just makes you wonder, like when someone of a certain age say no one has ever seen me with a boyfriend, is it like? And she was like, also like, this is the first time I feel chased. So it's like, is she usually the chaser? Because we know how she came in hot, saying she was in the first when she first came on the scene, she was like, Casey's my man, I'm taking him. So I don't know. It was just interesting to me. What do you think about her
Hmm.
saying stuff like that?
I think
I think it's cute, but it was just interesting.
I think so. She said she's never had like a. She said you're like my first real boyfriend. So I mean that
Yeah,
makes me kind of think like maybe she's had a couple like situationships or guys that she was dealing with or talking with, but maybe they were never official. I've also seen that she's been in like music videos in the past and things like that or whatever. So I mean, like it could have been just a thing where people like that who like have public Instagrams and stuff. Like maybe they just don't go Instagram official or whatever. I mean, and maybe she had a boyfriend in high school, but doesn't consider that to be a real boyfriend because it was in high school. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, then when you think about it like that, it's like okay, well then you really only have 18 to 23. That's only about 5 years. So I mean, I don't know. Like by the time I was 23, I'd only had like maybe two or three real girlfriends. I mean, yeah, like two girl girlfriends, I guess probably. So I mean, like I don't think it's crazy.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, yeah,
that's
I don't
fair.
know. Yeah,
That's
I don't
fair.
think it's crazy. I don't think it's
Okay.
crazy. Uh,
One more thing.
I mean,
Oh, I'm
well,
sorry.
she also said specifically too, I've never taken a guy home. So that makes me
Yeah,
think like she probably has had boyfriends, but just no one that has ever been so serious or that she just thought was the one. Oh, also one thing that I was gonna say too. Um, she's very tall. Like she's the tallest girl in the villa, and the whole villa has decently like tall women, I'd
they
say. You know
really
what I'm
do.
saying?
They really do.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so like Casey, I mean, he played basketball. He's like maybe 6'3", 6'2", or something or whatever. I think TT is probably 6 foot, maybe 5'11", 5'10", or so, 5'10" probably at least. So you know what I'm saying? I think it really could just be a thing where, you know, tall girls like that. Like they often do feel like that. Really and truly. And it's not because they're less attractive or anything like that. It's just because they have less options, right?
Yeah, because
Just
some of the
just
men are
generally speaking.
probably yeah, because some of the
Yeah,
men are probably a
men
little bit
men
more
are insecure
insecure
about it, of
about
course,
it.
and then sometimes tall girls don't wanna date a shorter guy or whatever, which is well within their right, you know what I'm saying? We all have their own preferences and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it just kinda limits the options and things like that, so I'll say with her being such a tall girl, she has had limited options probably her whole life. Also,
Yeah.
with her being so young too, women grow sooner. So she was probably taller than every single guy that she went to, like, public school with
And
up
it could be her
until
type. It
high
could be her
school.
type too. Like some good women, like unfortunately, like they have these type where not to say this could be her, but could be like where and she's from LA. Like maybe she's into like the
Yeah.
hood dudes or the street dudes or the guys who like they may look good and may be cool and fly and they like the fun girl or like they're not ready to like put a super big title on it or whatever. But anyway, we don't have to drag it too much. I just thought it was something. I thought it would be good to see why. But what I love about TT, she said this as the families were leaving out. I don't know if you caught it, but she was talking to him at the end, and she was like, "You're doing a great job. I'm so proud of you," and
Mhm.
that just stood out to me. And it's just a clear reason why she got chosen, why she's his girlfriend now. Is you gotta
She knows
understand
what he needs in each
she knows what
instance.
he needs. Like as a man, like of course we pour into the women that we're dating, and we pour it to them. And a lot of women just take, but great women also pour into their men. And I think, especially for Casey specifically, where like he had all the girls basically shutting him up, being disrespectful, cursing him out, treating him so mean. But for her to come in and just be like, "You're doing a great job. I'm so proud of you." I'm like, wow. Like I just thought that was great, and that reminded me of my girl. Like my girl, she lifts me the fuck up, and I said,
Mhm.
man, like we need that. Like I'm telling you, men who are in relationships or in marriages, they got a woman who is also pouring into him, and I was like, TT, I fucks with that.
And it's like it's such a simple thing, and it costs nothing. It's such a simple thing, it costs nothing, but like something like that is like really. I mean, I don't want to make this a comparison thing, but it's why TT stands out versus she who shall not be named. Okay. Um,
I love
this
it.
is this is really like what this is like the difference maker. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're both beautiful girls, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't really matter. We don't care about that or whatever, right? But I mean, and they both have different personalities, right? You know what I'm saying? We're not really comparing their personalities, you know what I'm saying? Forget that too, right? You know what I'm saying? But
It's
you can
about how they
really
treat the man.
exactly.
And that's
It's
what
really
Anaya
about
wasn't getting. Like if she was actually listening to him and like understanding him, it was all about how you're treating me. That's
and it's
really
not even
it.
like a me thing. It's really just a thing of
Respect.
it's a yeah, it's a respect thing and it's a maturity thing because TT can see exactly what he needs in each moment and do that. Because men do that mainly because, you know what I'm saying, like when we're all young, we're growing up, like men are taught we have to be the chasers and you have to pursue, you have to ask a girl and do all that stuff or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? So you think, okay, she's sad. Okay, well, maybe you're in high school or whatever. I'm gonna go buy her favorite candy bar or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And a teddy bear, some bullshit or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, you're kind of already thinking about how you're going to make her happy or what she likes or how to be thoughtful or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? But when she can do those things, whatever, and she doesn't have to spend any money, you know what I'm saying? She's just saying little things here and there that are impacting him so much and lifting up his psyche or
Yeah.
whatever to a point to where he's like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like he feels like a whole new man. You know what I'm
Can I
saying? This is
say
why
that
he's
something?
saying this is why he's saying all this corny shit. Like, one more thing. This
Yep.
is why he's saying all this corny shit. Like, I feel like I got powers in here, and I feel like I got aura now. He feels like he got powers and aura because his woman
She
is
uplifted him.
yeah. What you got?
I was gonna say, it reminded me to think of our boy Corbin as well because even Parmita, like she defended him a lot. And I felt like when Parmita entered the scene, we saw a new side of Corbin, and even when the night they got eliminated, we didn't talk about this earlier, but it was also cool to see Corbin like he got emotional, like he was actually shedding tears. You know what I mean? Like he
Mhm.
was actually emotional. I don't think we had ever seen like Corbin get to that point, and it also made me realize that there's layers to Corbin, and like I think we all, someone even I saw comments in the on here, but I also saw comments on social media. Like Corbin is funny, okay, and a lot of the humor, a lot of like this the like funny shit has just left the villa. So shout out to like also Primita for bringing life and some instilling stuff
Corbin
into Corbin as
is
well.
unironically like my favorite Islander,
I
like
know
over KC, over everyone. I think Corbin was my favorite Islander, like
because he
in the
didn't give a
Villa
fuck.
period.
He didn't give a fuck.
He really kept it real. He didn't give a fuck. And I made one prediction. I'll touch on this before we get into the meat and potatoes of the episode. I made one prediction at the start of the season that was wrong. It was terribly wrong, and I said that Kenzie and Corbin might get back together or whatever after Casa Amor and whatnot. Okay, first of all, I didn't know they was gonna bring, you know what I'm saying, all that into Casa Amor. Okay, so cut me some slack. I didn't know what they was bringing to Casa
No,
Amor,
you're
man.
good. You're good. I'm not gonna give
All
you too
right, all
much.
right,
You're good.
all right, all right. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know they was bringing heat. You know what I'm saying? They brought in the Persian cat, as Kenzie called it. And you know what I'm saying? Swept my man off his feet or whatever from his same city and all that. You know what I'm saying? So production did a great job there. And of course, Kenzie was dropping some F. I didn't expect Corbin to not give no fucks when he came back the way he did, man. I expected him to fold under pressure, but really,
He
he
didn't
just
fall
nah, he
because
didn't fold at
KC
all.
folded a bit because he wants to
Casey did fold.
apologize. And if anybody should apologize, it
It's
should have
because
been
he's a nice
Corbin.
guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. And Corbin did, I guess, apologize to he somewhat apologized. I guess he did apologize to Kenzie, but at the end of the day, he defended himself because it is what it is. And the reason why I knew that I didn't see them coming back together after it because it was just so physical. It was just like it was really no substance there. It
Mhm.
was definitely sexual for sure.
All right, we got Zach and Kata, and
Wait, no, the
then
next couple I got in order. The next couple is
oh, it's
Dylan
not
and
Zach and
Kenzie.
Kata. Oh my bad.
It's Dylan. It's
Oh
Dylan and
man, I
Kenzie.
forgot they skipped.
And we didn't even talk about Dylan and Kenzie today yet, but I also just want to, since we're talking about them now, like, can I just say this? Like, him again, like I said, I'm all for an emotional man. Like, if you want to cry, great. But I just don't know that him and Kenzie are compatible. It was so annoying on these episodes when like he kept. My thing is this, bro. Like, you have to be comfortable and confident in like what you have with the person. Like obviously you came in this season, not even at the middle. I would say towards the end. Like you came in towards the end. Kenzie has been here since the very beginning. Yes, she has explored. Yes, y'all have talked about it. How many motherfucking times do you want Kenzie to say she's sorry for fucking exploring the villa? And compare when you compare Kenzie, not to say that she's completely innocent, but at the same time she is, because when you compare Kenzie to the other girls was just like, this my man on day one, day two, day three. This my man. I ain't trying nobody else out. Kenzie was the really only one who was really exploring. But my thing is like, all right, you saw a movie night, you had the conversations, you know what it is. You have to find a way to move on, bro. So like, I just feel like he's just so goddamn like emotional and like such a crybaby that I feel like over time she's gonna get drained by that shit. Two things gonna happen. She's either gonna get drained by it, or she's gonna like just be manipulating his ass out. And she's gonna be wearing the pants in that relationship. So unless she got some big pants that she's ready to like wear, it can work. But I just feel like that man is a piece of goddamn work. He was crying after like a day or two of her kiss. Like he's fucking emotional in my opinion. Like I said, I'm all for emotions, but I just feel like when you're that emotional and sensitive like he is, you may need a different type of chick. Like he needs a chick. He needs one of those day one chicks, like a chick that was like who was it? It was so many girls in this villa who just wanted to marry their man after one night. He needs a
Like
girl like that.
Trinity,
Yeah, he
Dylan
needs
and
like a
Trinity
Trinity.
would have been good. Would have been great. They would have
Yeah,
scammed their way to the top.
well, Trinity, yeah, scam. You're right. Because like Kenzie's a flirt. Let's just say what it is. She's a flirt and she's a baddie, and she deserves a man with confidence. He is too fucking insecure and weak, in my opinion.
Yeah, if we could clone Corbin, I think they would be a good match still. You know what I'm saying? Because like
What?
Corbin and Kenzie, you know what I'm saying?
You?
Like
Oh, you really rooting for that? Okay.
no, I'm not rooting for it, you know what I'm saying? But I just think like that's her archetype. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the like, you know, just a Friday, you know what I'm saying, rock for brain that'll match her rock for brain that she is, you know what I'm saying? And they can just both have rocks for brains together, you know what I'm saying? And right off into the sunset and live on a lake and go take the boat out every couple weeks and
But don't you think a white man
go
like
to
Dylan
run
would like
club.
that more than maybe a Corbin?
Um, I
He,
mean, I when I said a guy like Corbin, I wasn't saying a black person specifically. I just meant like
someone she's attracted to physically.
someone a masculine guy that is like
Got you.
fratty,
Okay,
douchey,
I
yada yada
got
yada,
you.
like in the same way Corbin is.
I got you.
Um, I mean, he can be a mixed. He can be a black dude. Like it can be a white guy. It can be a blonde fratty dude, whatever. But like, I think that's her type is
Yes,
fratty, douchey. You know, guy that I mean, but masculine. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Not Dylan who's crying.
No,
You know what I'm
seriously,
saying? Sorry,
because
sorry.
women like to sometimes feel a little bit of jealousy here and there, or feel like not all. Let me be clear, but I feel like maybe a woman
Women
like
like
Kenzie.
Kinsey do. Women like Kinsey do.
Yeah, because if you think
Yeah.
about it, like she was pressed, you know, she was getting jealous, she was getting this, and I feel like
She loved it.
some women likes, yeah, it's like a thrill, and I think, and listen, Kenzie's a fun time, she's a good personality, she likes stuff like that. I feel like with Dylan, just like he's gonna get to a point where it's just boring. He's like, oh, I trust him 100%. He's not gonna do anything. He's gonna get cry. He's gonna get emotional. It's like the same little thing, and like she's gonna get bored. That's just my opinion. I have a question for you though, because we didn't go live on this episode.
Okay.
So some people in the villa were saying that she only chose to settle with Dylan, right? Because it was starting to look bad, right? After movie night, she kind of felt bad, like she had to get into a couple with him. He was crying, and then everybody was saying how they felt about her. And magically, all of a sudden, she was so ready to settle with Dylan. So my question for you is, do you agree that like maybe she was just selling and she also knew that like her reputation has been tarnished, so she has no choice but to couple with him? Or do you feel like even if Dylan would have started off earlier in the season, she probably would have like she would be here now with him?
Mm, I mean, I think if Corbin chose her, it would be her and Corbin, right? But I mean,
But what if Dylan
like
was also in the mix?
she would choose Corbin over Dylan. I think it would be the Caleb situation again. Because I mean, come on now. We can all fucking watch and see her hugging Dylan, and she's looking stone faced while he's crying and shit, and she's having to coddle him. You know what I'm saying? Pressing Dylan's head into her bosom and shit. It looks ridiculous.
It
You know
looks
what I'm
so
saying? Like
crazy,
she
bro.
does not like that
It was so cringe.
man.
I was
She
like,
does
what the
not. I mean, truth be told, if you told Kinsey, if you took a time machine and you traveled back to episode 18 or 15 or whatever the fuck before Casa Amor, and you said, "Hey, or before the letter episode where there were the letters and the recoupling," and you said, "Kinsey, Corbin's gonna choose you at this recoupling, and then he's gonna come back with a Persian girl and make you look like an idiot on national television after Casa Amor. Choose Caleb, please." She would choose Caleb. You know what I'm saying, over Dylan. Like
Oh yeah.
if you gave her all three of those options, she would be with Caleb.
No, no, and she
She
definitely
would be
would
with
have.
Caleb.
She would be with Caleb. Got you.
I'm saying the order and go
Yeah,
would go Corbin,
I got
Caleb,
you.
Dylan last.
I got you for sure. And what I will tell you too is if she didn't see the footage right at the beginning when they were in Casamore, if she didn't see the footage of how disrespectful he was to her and that he was actually moving on, like if she wasn't privy to it, she definitely when they got back to the recoupling episode, she definitely would have chose to probably explore with Corbin, especially with the options that were there. But I think when she saw how disrespectful he was, she was like, yeah, I'm moving on from this guy, whether I like it or not. It's a fucking rat. Um, all right.
Mhm.
So are you ready to move on to like talking? Oh, now let's talk about the family. So I will say Kenzie's like seeing Kenzie's family come into first of all, I like Dylan and
I like
Kenzie's
Kenzie's
family.
dad a lot.
Yeah, I oh my
Kenzie's
god,
dad
bro.
moved me. I'm not gonna lie.
It moved me too. Like he gave some
Kenzie's dad
fucking
really moved me. I'm not gonna lie.
no, literally that video was mad cute and just great. And also I liked her brother. Her brother was funny. Her mom seems I feel like like I said from day one, Kenzie is a genuine person. And I feel like when you see her brother, when you see her mom, even the video that her dad made, she really comes from a solid household, a great family. And I feel like anybody that actually gets with Kenzie. Like I said, I don't think Kenzie's a horrible person. She's on Love Island. She wants to have fun and explore. She's doing the game how it should be played. She probably made a few mistakes here and there, but like I think her heart is right. And I do feel like, and that's why Dylan's mom likes her. Dylan mom is like definitely team Kenzie. And I would be too. I think that her family is solid. I think she has a good heart. She has a. I think Kenzie has great potential. If I would date Kenzie, as a human, especially like knowing like I mean, maybe not, but
I was
if I
about to
was
say, I
like
was like,
like
okay,
if I was a different type of
Bobby.
person, right? I would, especially like coming from like how her family acts and like her being, I feel like is genuine. I feel like she's a great person. And so I think it was cool to see that. And like I said, her dad side ass advice. Even me, I was like, oh shit, that's facts.
No,
Like
I mean
you
because
don't get it
okay,
right.
and see this goes back to what I was saying earlier about with who are we saying? Oh, Titi. How she says what Casey needs to hear. Kenzie's dad said exactly what Kenzie needed to hear. He said, me and your mom, we both did a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, before we met each other and had you know what I'm saying? There was mess involved, there was this and that and the fourth or whatever. And, we were, what I'm saying, getting involved in, what I'm saying, dealings and stuff, just like what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel ashamed in that, basically. And that's
Yes,
exactly what she needed to hear because
she, the
that's what
she
she's been
needed
doing
that,
is exploring. She's
and
been
she needed
exploring the whole show.
and she really needed to hear that though, because yes, she was exploring, but she was also nailed to the cross from Dylan. Some of the cast
Mhm.
members were judging her.
Movie
Everybody
night
was judging her. The
had just
internet,
hit.
huh?
Movie night had just hit, so we had just seen all of her stuff put back to back to back.
Yeah.
So
And so that advice that he gave her was just immaculate timing. So
yeah,
really, really
I
good.
I also like Kinsey pulling Dylan's mom and apologizing and stuff. That was cool.
That was so good.
But I mean, yeah, obviously we don't. I don't really think Kinsey and Dylan are like a match.
They're not
So
at all.
Kata Zach is that next?
He's like, let's move. But I agree with you. There.
Come
Let's
on,
move it
man.
along because Dylan and Kinsey are not a match, but cute family. Love it. Love the fams. All right. Kata and Zach. First of all, it was cool to see Charlie into the villa. I mean,
Oh yes, it
Charlie
was.
Charlie didn't last too long when he was there, so hopefully, thank God he was able to come another day and just get more time in the villa. Um, so yeah, Kata and Zach. I didn't leave too many notes with Kata and Zach. I just said Charlie into the villa. But what do you have? What do you have for me
Man, I
regarding all of that?
really don't like this couple.
You don't at all.
I
I like
really don't, man. I really don't. So let me talk. Let me talk. Let me just talk for a
Cook,
little bit. Let me just
Cook.
talk for a little bit, and then I'll let you speak after. You don't have to address nothing I say because I know you like Kata. So
I do not like Kata. I don't like Kata
oh, you don't
anymore.
like Kata no more?
We'll
You don't like
talk.
Kata?
I'll let you talk, and I'll give you my
Okay,
update.
okay. Yeah, Kata has completely lost me because she's had this weird hate thing. She's had like an extremely weird hate boner for KC for like the past couple episodes. It's weird. Okay. It's very obvious with Zach and what's the brother named Charlie? Zach and Charlie, because they were both on Love Island. It's very clear with like the way that this whole family talks that they are Love Island veterans and they're game playing like fuck. They're game playing so hard. You can
You talking about
Zach,
Charles Zach. Okay, got you.
Charlie,
Okay,
and the mom, all
got
three
you.
of them watch a shitload of Love Island. You can tell by like the way that they talk or whatever. Like the mom said multiple things like, "Yeah, it was early on when you guys did that or whatever." Kata too. Kata's also a Love Island veteran, and this is why I think all of them are scammers. Because if you watch this much Love Island and you choose to marry up at the start, you're just scamming. I know what you're doing. You're trying to scam us, the viewers. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to make it to the end. You know what I'm saying? But like Kato, she was saying, "Oh, it was early days when we did that." That's something they say on the British show, bro. That's a British saying that they say on the UK version. Why is Kata saying that? You know what I'm saying? It's weird that she's saying shit that they say on the British version of the show. And then Charlie and Zach, they were both talking about the entire, and the mom even, all three of them were talking about like what the public thought and public perception, and then Zach was like, "Oh yeah, the public vote put us in the lowest compatible. I'm not sure what was going on. Why are you still worried about what America thinks? Like, do you like this bitch or not? Like, I'm confused. I'm confused. And I say bitch in the
We don't
colloquial
support
term in the same
calling
way that I
women
would say the
bitches.
N word. In the same
Yes,
way that I would say the N word. I'm saying
we support
colloquially.
women.
Do you like this girl? Really, really and truthfully. Cause I mean, like it feels like you like a different bitch in the villa. And that bitch is actually, who was it, Juicy?
Bryciana,
Bryciana. Bust down Bryciana.
bust down. Put that makeup on. You saw him putting makeup on a recent episode. He be getting the girls turned up. He's the makeup goddess. You didn't see the episode when Bryce was putting on makeup and putting makeup on the girls doing that little challenge
Bust down
effortlessly.
Bryciana.
Okay. Oh, that's all you. That's all you have to say about them because I.
Yeah, they're scammers. That's all
That's
I got,
really
man. That's all
okay.
I
I think
got.
this would be good. All right, so I'm gonna tell you how I feel about Kata as a human and like what I think about her and Zach because I feel like it could alter a bit. Well, they're just two different feelings. So let's talk about how I feel about Kata generally. What I didn't like, right, is she was upset. She was offended when Trinity, right, was talking shit and had pretty much when Trinity found out that Zach and Kata are now exclusive, Trinity disrespected her friend's union and it was like, so basically you guys in a situation ship. What is that, girl? Blah 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 blah. And then she went back talking
Oh
shit
yeah, the
about to the other girl.
situation shit.
So my thing is like this, right? You had you have someone Trinity who's actually someone you consider a best friend in here. Her words, not mine. This is someone who you consider a best friend. You guys are so close and she hurts you, she betrays you, she actually disrespects you and what Zach has going, talking behind your back. But you have KC, who was not even in a relationship with you. KC was had something going on with Anaya, but Kata had so much heat for KC, who's not even her man. You talking all this shit about KC, he did not hurt you as a human. He maybe hurt your friend, right? Who's delusional. But you had so much piping up, Kata, when it came to talking to KC, who's not your man or who not even your friend. But you actually have a real friend who hurts you, and she's like, all like, I remember when she was talking to Zach about it, he was like, you should talk to her. She was like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to talk to her about it. So all of a sudden, you're all reserved and quiet. What the fuck? Like, if you really don't like this or she really hurts you, this is your time to pipe up and express yourself. I just don't like the fact that she's so comfortable disrespecting a black man or just disrespecting men or getting yourself in other people's business. But when it's your own business, it's your own feelings involved, you're quiet and you're receptive to hear what the fuck the other person has to say.
Mhm.
So for me, I can't stand, I don't like people like that. Like, stand 10 toes down. Like, if I got a problem with how you came and disrespected my relationship and we supposed to be friends, I'm gonna come to you one on one. So I could respect Kata more if she really would have kind of gave the heat to Trinity the way that she's giving heat to random men on the show that has nothing to do with her.
Yeah, and
Now,
also we know it's fake because they never give the smoke to Sincere either. They
thank you.
never
Oh,
gave
that was another thing I
either.
put on a previous episode. We didn't talk about it. I thought it was very interesting how they were literally telling, and we're gonna get to that in a minute, so I'll save it. But it was just interesting how they were supportive of Sincere and Melanie. But
Mhm.
so yeah. But in terms of Zach and Kata, I do feel like it may be toxic. You may not like it, but I do think that and I do think that Zach and Kata have something that's genuine and that's real. It may be annoying sometimes. I do think she can be disrespectful and rude sometimes and kind of annoying, but I do feel that they have something that is genuine. They've been together for a while on the show. They've had sex. There has been times when
But also
she's gotten
Trinity and Bryce have, you know,
Trinity and Bryce has not had no sex.
they have allegedly.
They're actors too. Let's just remember that. But anyway, so like, I believe nothing to come out of their mouth with Trinity and Bryce. But when it comes to Kata and Zach, like, they have had real tears. We have not seen Trinity and Bryce cry about shit, but we have seen Kata get mad about whatever. What I don't like
Well, I
about
think Kata likes Zach. I just don't think Zach likes Kata.
I think he likes her too. When you think
Really?
about, like, let me tell you why. You remember when they had Casa Amor and he was when he knew that the postcards were getting there, he immediately was thinking, damn, like, I feel bad. How is this gonna look? How is Kata gonna feel? Like, he was very remorseful in Casa Amor, and then once they got back to the house, the villa, he was like so apologetic. He was so mindful, like, of how she felt. And even after that, there were several instances of her getting mad about, even like, I don't like how she got so mad about the public opinion. I mean, honestly, I was kind of mad too. When you have Trinity and Bryce and you have who's the other weak couple, Anaya and Carl, and America didn't choose them
Can I
as a
interject
safe
real
couple.
quick though?
Go ahead.
So the thing with the public vote, he cares so much about that
Yeah.
because Love Island veteran. He's game playing.
But Kata
And
was mad
then
too.
well, yeah, I mean, I think she also has seen a lot of Love Island, but and then also with the thing with he was worried about how it would look. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was like, "Oh my God," reacting to the postcard. "Oh my God, my girl is kissing this guy. Oh my God, my girl is kissing this guy." That's what they're thinking, right? Zach automatically went, "Oh no, they must have got a postcard because he knows how the show works because he's seen Love Island so much." Right, you know what I'm saying? And it's the same way for Charlie, right? Charlie was a Love Island veteran because you got to remember when Charlie got dumped last season, he made a fucking he made a whole spiel, right? You know, explaining as to why he shouldn't get dumped before he got dumped. He was like, "I still have a connection. We still have a thing going on." Like he made a 30-minute little. It's like, bro, what? You know what I'm saying, right? So Charlie and Zach, they're both Love Island veterans, right? You know what I'm saying? They have watched a lot of the show. I think that the reason why he was reacting and acting so remorseful is because he knows how Casa Amor goes and what you do after Casa Amor, which is apologize to your girl. You know what I'm saying? But also, I think that he didn't really have no fine shit for him in Casa Amor that was gonna, something. He didn't really have nothing better than Kata, I think.
I got you. I got you. But yeah, from my
But I don't want to.
perspective, like,
I want to drag
no,
Zach Kata
it's
down.
okay. It's okay. But from my perspective, like, he felt bad about how she would feel. I feel like it was more so of like how she would feel, and like he was right when she got there. She was hurt about it. She wasn't so easy to forgive him. Like, she vocalized her frustrations and he consoled her. So from my perspective, it does feel like what they have is genuine. I just feel like it's kind of toxic, especially from Kata's end. But I don't think that it's fake. I just think that they have some annoying ways and characteristics. But I do feel like they genuinely do like each other.
Oh,
That's my
sorry. One more
opinion.
thing. I want to shout out Cage's family. I did like they kept it real. They were one of the some. They were some of the only family members that kept it real. Kiana and I forget the name of Cage's mom. Also, I find it very funny.
Wait, can you remind us what
Their
they
mom is
said
a
that was real?
yeah. Their mom is a white ass lady and got a daughter named Kiana and Kata. That shit's funny as hell. But she said something along the lines of like she didn't like the comments that they were both like, we don't like the comments that Zach has made or whatever, along the lines of like the joke that he made about would you explore a bombshell after the having sex, and just kind of and then when they
Oh yeah,
pulled Kid to the side, they said multiple little things or whatever, like we don't like some of the stuff that he says. I'm gonna be for real with you, and and then Kid was like, oh, but that was early on, and then the mom was like kind of pushing back still and stuff too. So I mean, like it seemed like they were kind of I I like the mom and the sister. They seemed genuine. Um and like they weren't just trying to scam. Um
yeah.
so yeah.
I agree. And that kind of also goes against your theory of like how they're like just being fake for the sake of the show. Like the fact that they were actually willing to give genuine critique. I feel like I actually would appreciate it if they would have critiqued her a bit more, how she showed up on the show, just kind of being so disrespectful. I feel like, but maybe they didn't want to go too hard there on television. But yeah, I appreciated the critique. They definitely, I feel like it was some realness present there for sure. And even how like Zach was communicating to his brother and his I think it was the sister. I felt like that was his sister there. It wasn't a mom. Was the mom there? I feel like it was
Oh,
both of
I
his
thought it was her
siblings.
mom. It could not be. I don't know.
But I don't know. I felt
I
like
was
they
so
had some cute
distant.
family moments overall. So, all right. Are you ready to move on?
Yeah, is it time for Melon Sincere?
It's time for Melanie and Sincere. Well, I
I'm
will
not gonna
say,
lie, man.
go
I
ahead.
just want to get in real quick before we get into it. I feel like they did too much. Because like at
I
the end
feel
of the
like, yeah,
day, it's Love Island.
thank you.
I
They are
mean,
acting
Sincere did a
like,
lot, but it's fucking Love Island.
and they're not even in a relationship.
They're
So
not.
we can definitely fucking talk about that. But let me just start off by saying I thought it was cool. Like when Melanie came in crying when she saw her mom and running up to them being all dramatic, it just made me realize again, all her reactions and interactions with Sincere have been fucking genuine. She's an emotional person. I think it was just cool to see how they came up. I also was hoping, I think I told you and I told everybody on the live that like Sincere's mom went on social media talking about how she's crazy and how she likes Melanie and all this stuff. I was hoping that we was gonna finally get a chance, and Sincere himself has even mentioned how he on the show how he was raised and to people please and all this stuff. So I was hoping that this toxic mom of his allegedly would have like been on the show. I think that would have been great. But I do respect the fact that like the dad came in place of it because like I feel like
Yeah.
the mom would have made it harder for Sincere and it probably would have been crazy. I think that to have the dad come and be like, listen, we don't support what he's doing. I think it was better to have the dad come for the
I'm not
sake
gonna
of
lie.
Sincere.
I'm not gonna lie. And I might be the only person that says this, but I feel like Sincere's dad is a lot more like Sincere than he's letting on.
Ooh, you feel like he was like saying that to sound so like to sound good?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Because when
mm.
he first came in, I feel like he was a lot more pro Sincere until he started to see the Melanie's mom and sister start to lay into him. And then Sincere's dad realized that he needed to play the role of no, 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 actually, our son comes from a good family. No, 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 no. It's actually a good family. I just don't know what he was thinking this one time, right?
No,
So then he
literally.
started
I'm
playing
like,
that
bro, you know
role.
your son.
He started playing that role, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
this nigga
Woo!
ain't shit.
You
You know
clock
he
that
ain't
shit.
shit.
Cause you
You
know
know
his
he ain't
ex, because you know his ex went on social media talking about how we've been together for 5 years and how he dogged me out the whole time. For him,
right.
you hit that right on the nail too, bro.
Right, right.
Bro,
His
you
dad
clocked
was
that
playing a
shit.
role. His dad was playing a role. I'm 90% sure because also like he was saying stuff like, "Oh yeah, we'll talk about it, when we split up or whatever." Like in regard to, what I'm saying, once we split up, then we'll talk about, why y'all don't like Sincere to, the sister, right? Like that's what Sincere's dad said. I don't know if y'all peeped that. He said, we'll talk about that when we split up. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about why we don't like each other. You know what I'm saying? But for now, let's just have a good moment. That's good. That's what he's trying to kind of do, right? So I think Sincere's dad was I think once he peeped how not going for it they were, he kind of switched up his tone so that he could show because remember the brother was pro Sincere, right? So do you think the brother and the dad, I mean, because remember that's his son. You think father and son came into this villa both not wanting to support Sincere. Like, no, they both came wanting to support Sincere, but obviously dad has a little bit more sense than little brother, right? And he realized, oh no, we need to pivot. We need to pivot the strategy. You know what I'm saying? Now we need to seem sympathetic.
Well, okay, I think what you're saying is true,
Am I doing
right?
too much?
But no, you're good. I feel like that's a perspective. I think on the other hand, we have to keep in mind like that is his dad, and I feel like I feel like if that was my child, right, and I'm seeing that, regardless of how we feel about how Sincere showed up, we have this girl that he's dating, and her family is giving my son a lot of heat, and rightfully so, because as a dad, I'm like, damn, he actually there was some disrespect, there was some hurt there. So like as a father and as someone who's seeing a woman hurt and her sister and her mom are hurt, let me say something like that's gonna like cool them down a bit. So I feel like it was just a good play that any dad would have done. Because like,
Just to
well,
be the
you know
adult
what I
in the
mean?
room. I get what you're saying.
Huh? Yeah, like
Just to
I
be
think it
the
was just
adult
a
in the room.
yeah, it was just like a good father move, I feel like. Cause like what you gonna do? Say, yeah, he done this before, da 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 da. It's like at the end of the day,
I get what you're
and
saying.
I actually had sympathy for Sincere, which I know y'all probably like, what the hell? I just feel like, to your point earlier, like they're not okay. He made the mistakes, right? I just feel like legit he just be saying shit. I don't feel like he's a horrible ass person intentionally. Well, that's debatable. But I just feel like you put somebody in front of him, he's gonna say some flirty ass shit. And I feel like because he's on Love Island, he's put in situations where he has to, in his mind, and he said these little words like, I have to immerse myself in the full experience. So I just feel like
Right.
he's like, damn it, I got a
No, he
date. And
said
I just think
emerge, but he meant
oh
emerge.
yeah, I gotta immerse myself in the experience. So he's just like saying whatever he has to say. But I think
Remember,
like
Casa is the epitome.
huh?
Casa is the epitome.
Casa is the epitome, right? But it's like I feel like movie night, he realized, damn, this shit looks fucked up. I have been fucked up. And after movie night, not that he had the choice because everybody's pretty much married at this point. After movie night, though, I feel like he was very apologetic. He listened to Melanie. He just did what he needed to do to make her feel reassured. And then on top of it, her family, and I will talk about all the advice and we'll talk about her family in a minute too. But like her family, they're coming in after seeing movie night, but prior to movie night, actually seeing the whole season. They're coming in like seeing someone they love cry, have breakdowns, sleeping outside with owls above her, probably shitting. You know what I mean? Like they see someone they love hurt, so they're focusing on the
I bet she
what
felt at
hurt
home
her,
with the
but like
birds.
I don't think that they're really focusing on after the hurt. He took accountability. After movie night, they've been good. I think they're just focusing on the bulk of this season. Someone I love has been crying, so let's fuck this guy to the end. So
Yeah, yeah. They had Melanie outside sleeping with the birds, man.
yeah,
And someone say that's a little ironic. True
true that. I didn't want to say it.
that.
I didn't want to say it.
True that. Nah, people have made the joke. I'm not original. I'm
Oh,
not. I'm not the first to make that joke at all. Um, I will say about Melanie and Sincere. Yeah, I also feel bad for Sincere at this point because it was a lot what they were doing, and Melanie's not innocent in this whole debacle. She was really toxic about him pulling Kata, and I mean, also, okay, can we stop acting like Melanie's a victim? Way back at the start of the show, you know what I'm saying? Melanie said, "Oh yeah, if he starts doing some shit, I'm gonna do some shit back." You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cheat.
Clark it.
That's exactly what she said, right? You know what I'm saying? So this toxic experience, this is what she wants. This is what she likes. I don't know why she's acting like this, and I don't know why the sister's acting brand new too. Maybe her sister doesn't know her that well. Honestly, maybe they're not that close.
She's like, I've
I
never
mean,
seen you like this.
yeah, but I've never seen you like this. I've never seen you cry like this. I don't know. This don't seem like it's that new to Melanie. It's not. It really don't seem like it's that new to Melanie. So I mean, and we know Melanie is the youngest in her family too. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you just ain't seen it. But I would bet real U.S. currency that this is not the first time that Melanie's cried like this over a guy.
Yeah. And can I even say one more thing about the sympathy part that I have for Sincere in the midst of this shit? Is like, you remember when he was like talking to Amora and like to Soul, and he was just saying all this bullshit. He was like looking off. He wasn't really like looking at them. But have you been noticing like his interactions with like Melanie more than ever these days. Like when he's saying this stuff, he's looking at her in the eye. His eyes is lighting up. He's smiling hard. Like I just knew when he was with the moral, he was barely looking at her. Sometimes he'll just be saying shit. But I feel like when he's talking to Melanie, like it just feels like he's really in it. I feel like, and it's a really good, like I said, this show is a big social experiment. I think he represents the population of guys who sometimes they get themselves in trouble because they're like they have this people pleasing personality. Not that I'm like saying they're innocent by any means, but there's some people who get themselves in situations because they'll just you put anything in front of
Yes
them
or
and
no?
they'll just be weak as fuck. And but they may not be malicious. Like there are some guys who can love a girl who just fucking weak minded sometimes, and I feel like Sincere
Sincere's a
has this
type of
person.
yes man.
He's a type of yes man who has and it has the unique opportunity to see himself on television or to see himself and to see how it looks. You know what I mean? It's one thing for people to tell you like, bro, this is what you're doing. This shit hurts. But when you look at yourself, I feel like I'm excited to see what the potential change can look like. What I like what Melanie said tonight though. She was like, I want you to be genuine to yourself. I don't want you to please me because you have a people pleasing thing. So like I feel like I need him to be in solitude and like really figure out like, damn, like has this whole thing been about just pleasing Melanie, or do I really fucking love her or I really want to make it work with her and see what can happen? And
Mhm.
if he wants to make it happen, I think that she does owe him the opportunity to give it a shot. If he's looking at himself differently, and if he really wants to, then that's why I also appreciate that after even with her mom, and we can talk about the great. I think like her mom and her sister said some great things to her, but I felt like even in the midst of all that, at the end of it, she was like, I'm gonna be myself and not just listen to everyone else. I want to give this a shot outside of the villa. I appreciated that. Like she heard what people had to say, but she's like, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, I'm gonna still give it a shot, and whatever happens, I gotta take the fall for that shit.
Yeah, which is just like bizarre, like why the sister came so hard because it's just like you're not gonna, you know. I mean, like
I,
that also makes me question like why are you saying all this? Like Melanie's just gonna do what she wants to do. You know what I'm saying? Like say your piece, but chillax. You know what I'm saying? She was doing a lot. I mean, especially because to my memory, to my approximation, in this very villa,
mhm,
Melanie has she started off by saying she gonna cheat back and forth, or she gonna do it even harder, right? She started off with that. And
exactly.
then Kata came in, Sincere pulled her for a brief chat. Melanie flipped about that and then was like, oh, I'm gonna pull KC. And then Corbin came in, Melanie pulled Corbin.
Thank you.
They
Thank
were
you.
getting it on very heavy, and then Melanie kissed Corbin and Sincere in that one challenge in the bed, back and forth, back and forth. It was
Yeah,
very uncomfortable, and that's what really put Sincere on this villain arc of doing her dirty
I
because
love that
Soul
you're
came
saying
in right
this.
after, and he did his thing with Soul, obviously. I mean, oh, and Melanie was even screaming on the bed and super duper excited
Thank you.
for Caleb to be coming in. Fucking Caleb. She
But
didn't even
remember,
do it
but
for a
but
chat.
remember, but remember, she was doing that. She even said it. She was screaming, not for. She was happy for Kinsey.
She was
She
happy
said
for Kinsey.
that's what she
Like,
said.
no, actually, no,
No,
yeah.
if you go back and watch the episode, she literally was
She's
like, she said, it's
She's
like,
such a
she's like
liar,
this.
dude. She's such a liar because there was also and then she lied about, oh, I just didn't know if it was Corbin or not. I didn't know if it was Corbin or Sincere. She wouldn't even tell the truth about the fact that she knew who was who. Like, dude, you were dating the only dude with the longest hair in the villa. He's got long
Right.
curly hair, and you
Exactly,
couldn't
bro.
tell who was who, or you were blindfolded. You're lying, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck about. Sorry,
No,
these
bro, you good.
they've
I don't
pissed
give
me off tonight.
fucking
I
love
don't
it.
give a fuck about the grandstanding that Melanie's sister and her mom are coming in here trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Trying to act on this high horse like Melanie's innocent because she's
Bro,
not.
this is why I
I'm
love having
watching
you.
toxic Telemundo TV. That's what it
Not
is. Simply
Telemundo.
put. Okay. All
No,
right. This is a toxic telenova. Okay, and I love it. Just let me watch it in peace. Y'all don't got to grandstand and try to shame Sincere for being just as toxic as Melanie was in the first place. Shit. If you're gonna be toxic, be toxic. Stand on it.
No, this is what I have you on this show. I love everything that you're saying right now because we also have to put accountability on her. And I think the reason why she could be so toxic is it seems like she could have a lot of enablers, right? Because it's fair, right? It's fair for them to critique Sincere. He hurt her. That's definitely fair. But what's not cool is they also didn't like talk about areas where she could have grown, right? If she's hurt, that's fine. But how does she respond when she was hurt? It was the cursing out. It was the screaming. It was the when he was trying to explore. Remember, this is Love Island. And I think like, are they delusional? Are they stupid? Right? Because this is not a typical dating show or typical dating scenario, right? What they're doing on this show is they're having the opportunity to date and explore multiple people at one time. This is not the real world. I feel like they're comparing what he's doing to like them just being in the real world. It's like, no, this is like a fucking big ass social experiment, right? And but how is she responding? I as a parent, I would say you all the cursing, the screaming, girl, you acting crazy for this man after you just met him. Like all this stuff that you're doing is not cool. So like the fact that they were just like making it seem like she was 100% innocent
Oh my
is
god,
just a
I
is just a
forgot she
testament
kissed
to why
Corey.
she behaves the way that she behaves.
She kissed Corey in Casa Amor. Did-
Exactly.
Yeah,
But were
I
they
mean,
sleeping? It's like were they skipping those parts? Were they sleeping? Do they have selective memory to not see that she was also doing shit?
I don't know. I mean, really, it's just it all comes down to it's the hypocrisy, right? It's the same hypocrisy that was had with the Casey and I situation that Zach pointed out. And this is why I fuck with Zach like a lot more in the recent episodes, is because he actually has been making good points in the
Thank
arguments.
God you like him a little bit. Thank you,
Yeah,
God, because
he's
you
been making great points in the arguments, thank God. But and he's been like backing up Casey when necessary and stuff like that. But he said, you know, no matter what happened, you know what I'm saying, whether or not whose clips were played first or however the shit happened, Casey was gonna be the bad guy because he came back with somebody and Anaya didn't. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? Y'all were gonna make him the bad guy. Same thing with the Melanie and Sincere situation, right? Sincere actually kind of liked his connection that he had over there. Melanie didn't really like it, even though she did shit with him still. You know what I'm saying? And even though she did shit with Corbin, she doesn't really like these dudes. She's just doing it for attention. She's doing it to try to poke the bear or
but
whatever.
also but
That
also
bear
she's
being sincere. That's not it's not right. It's stupid and it's childish and you fuck around and you find out. And she has, right? You know what I'm saying? But that's what she's been doing. She isn't really trying to jump ship the same way that Sincere is really testing to see if is this girl better than Melanie? Right? You know what I'm saying? So then now they're
wait, hold
gonna
on.
act like okay, go ahead.
I just want to defend her and just say like she is also, and she said it herself on some of those episodes. I think she was just exploring, right? She was like forcing herself to like, and she was saying it herself, like I
Melanie,
have to give these guys a chance. Like I think she was really just trying to just give play explore and play the Love Island game, and she was very clear about that. You know what I mean? I think she was pretty transparent about it. So I think that she also was just doing what he was doing at the end of the
you're
day.
talking about Melanie was
Yeah,
I mean, sincere lied, of course, at points, which is like where we really and truthfully fault him. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Like
And
I can't defend him when he say if I had more time with you, Amora, I would have chosen you. Like I can't defend that. He
no,
did too
no.
much.
Well, yeah, but also he wasn't with Melody in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, if that's his business and that's his
That's true.
business,
Right.
you know what I'm
He's
saying?
single. He's a
Like,
single man.
yeah, he is a single man. Like, and that's why I just don't really give a fuck about them being so, you know, like, oh, okay. Let me put it like this instead. I kind of did too much with the last analogy. Let me put it like this. At the end of the day, Melanie likes Sincere more than Sincere likes Melanie. And I think I can tell that. I think you can probably tell that. And I think Sincere's dad and Melanie's sister and Melanie's mom can tell that. That's why they think that Sincere's playing her, right? And so since Melanie is the one that likes Sincere more than he likes her, now they're going to say, "Oh, well, it's not okay the fact that y'all both explored because when he explores, it's actually dangerous because you like him more. So he could actually leave you, you know what I'm saying? Like his exploring means something because because she likes him more than he likes her, if that makes sense."
No, I get what you're saying. It's like right, and also yeah, like it's more impactful when he does it because she's more prone to get hurt. But also the way that he's going,
Right.
and the way that he's going about it, like
It's
he's
not
like
fair or logical, but that's what they think.
yeah, but it's also fucked up to go also like hold him accountable. It's also fucked up the way that he goes about exploring. Like if you're gonna explore, that's fine. But when you tell a girl, if I had more time with you outside the villa, I would choose you, or like he makes these women feel like they love him. Well, he loved them, or like he's super serious when he's completely not. And I can see why her parents feel and her or her family feels the way that they feel because I'm just like thinking, damn, bro,
That's why I agree with
if he
Sincere's
can
dad.
eat, huh?
That's why I agree with Sincere's dad. Like Sincere's dad called him out on that. Like you're leading these women on, you're making them think that they're in a
Yeah,
whole relationship with you. Like that's where he's wrong, in my opinion. Is like the bold faced lies and like the leading women on, right? But
yeah.
I don't think he's really done anything wrong to like to
But
Melanie
but
specifically. I don't think he's really done that all that
but
much.
but let me tell you that's true. But let me tell you
Besides the
another
line.
angle. Right, and but let me tell you why why her family may feel the way they feel, because think about it, if he can just because he my problem is he does it so effortlessly. If he can effortlessly lie to Amora, to Soul, to all the women he's talked to, who's to say that all this shit that's why his sister was like, her sister was telling her, "He's playing you," because my thing is like, if I'm her sister too, I'm thinking like, "Damn, if he can just be this fucking effortlessly lie the way that he does, who's to say that he's not lying to her?" And let's be real, there is a financial goal at the end of the thing. Like he could be, like I said, sincere. He may mess up some words sometime, but I don't think he's a fucking idiot. I just feel like if he can lie to more, if he can meet someone super quick and just say anything, who's to say that he's not just saying whatever the fuck he is to Melanie? Like, yeah, I like, oh, he could have had this aha moment. He could have seen how he's lying to these people after movie night. But who's to say that he's also not just continue on? I don't know. And I think her parents are just like, yo, this fucking dude is a fucking liar. So maybe he is lying to you still. You don't
Yeah,
know.
I agree with that. I think I would like choose to believe Sincere in the sense that I mean just mainly because like I mean Soul and Amara were like pretty, amazing women, like they didn't really like stiff with the bombshells, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
they
they
gave
really were.
their real options,
Yeah, they
right?
really were
You know what I'm
great.
saying? Yeah, so I mean like and they're classier women than Melanie is. You know what I'm saying? So like I can't really see him, maybe not Soul actually. She was saying a lot. But
But she was mad.
yeah, when she was mad, she was
But the
saying
way
some
he,
eat
but the
my
way that she presented
ass
herself with
after I
him
take a
was nice.
shit. It's
Oh,
yeah, she did say that. You remember now. But I mean, but I do think but okay, my point is they gave Sincere great options, so I think he really does like Melanie because if he you know, he had good options to choose if he
yeah.
really wanted to jump ship, I think. So
No,
I
for
think he
real.
likes her enough.
He does.
Obviously, I think she likes her more than him. You know what I'm saying? But I think he likes her enough to where they can stay together for a long time. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
Probably build like a bond just based off of time,
And trauma
alone.
bond and trauma.
Yeah, yeah, and trauma. They can trauma bond and stuff, and I mean they'll probably. I mean they could even have a kid or two. I mean that like that shit could go far.
No,
If
literally,
any of
I
these
thought about
relationships
this.
do.
No, I literally thought about that when I was watching tonight's episode because I wanted us to, once we finish giving our recap, to segue into like who do we think will make it beyond the villa. I do believe that like for Sincere and Melanie, if they, I'm not sure if they live in the same city or not, but if they don't, if one of them is willing to relocate, I do feel like there can be some longevity there because again, if he's a people pleaser and she's always mad or
They're both
demanding,
from the Northeast. Because
okay,
because
yeah,
because she's from Philly and then his dad's from Philly, but he lives in Jersey now or some shit like that. I can't remember.
those places are very close, and I feel
Yeah,
like
but they're close together. That's why they matched up.
Perfect. Yeah, I feel like it could definitely work because especially if he's a people pleaser and like when she's demanding or upset, he's gonna say whatever to comfort her. His mom is crazy. She does these dramatic things when she's upset. He's gonna do whatever to soothe her. And also I feel like the good thing about him being exposed so early, because think about it, like sometimes we date, but we don't get exposed for our bad sides. Well, people who are, at so early on into the relationship. I think that he clearly knows where he fucked up. Her parents know, so I feel like his parents know. The whole world knows.
That's why
So
she's not going anywhere. She's seen his worst. She's literally
that's
seen his worst, so she's not going anywhere
she's
now.
bro. I knew she
It's
wasn't
finished.
going anywhere when the families left, right? Remember her mom and her sister. When I tell you they poured into her, like they gave her some goddamn good Hispanic advice. Okay, they gave it to her good, and
It
right
wasn't
when they
even in
left,
English.
She hugged, right. She went up and hugged that man. I said, that girl ain't going no fucking where, bro. She's not going anywhere. And I think that's
No,
also a reason why her sister was like pouring into her the way that I think they poured into her the way they did because they know she ain't going nowhere. Like, think about it. When you have a family member, someone you care about, and you know they stuck on stupid for somebody, they gonna be trying to say whatever. They know she ain't going nowhere, bro.
nah, nowhere. I mean, and I think I said this at the start of the season. Like Melanie and Sincere, they're gonna argue, and they're just gonna come. They're gonna come back to each other perpetually for the, for the whole season. I think like that's just obvious, like because I mean I just think so many of us have seen this just in our personal lives. Like we all know Mel and Sincere. Like
We do. They
Mel
not
and
go.
Sincere, I know Mel and Sincere, I know about five of them probably. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
Yeah.
you know so
Mhm. And her mom told her, when her mom said this in Spanish, she said, "Your heart is sacred." She said, "Why are you going to give him a second chance when there are many others waiting for their first?" Like they were pouring some fucking gems into her. If you get poured gems like that and you still move on to this man, but I think you're not moving on, but I think also she's like they're
they're
looking
being
from the outside.
hypocritical though, because
They
like
are.
Sincere had to give Melanie a second chance for us to even, like Melanie's not perfect. I mean, I know it looks, obviously he's done worse, so it looks bad. But when you really look at everything on paper, these people are not together. If Melanie really liked him that bad, she should have expressed it to him and said, "Hey, let's close off." You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, I mean that can be said for Casey and Anaya. That can be said for Kinsey and Corbin. For any of these couples where the girl liked the guy more, and then they split up, and the guy found a girl in Casa. That happens every year.
Yeah.
Yo, if you like the nigga that bad, close it off,
And I
or
feel
ask
like
if we can be closed off. Let that nigga know how much you like him. It's that simple. It's really that simple. But y'all don't do that, and then you lose the dude in Casa, and it is what it is. I mean, but
yeah, and I also feel like they could have given him a little bit of grace and complimented him on something because let's be honest, when she was getting upset, the cursing, the crying, the like storming, she did a lot. And in a short spirit, and with knowing him in such a short period of time, they could have even said, "Thank you for like just apologizing for her." Like he was like, I remember it was one night when I was like, the shit that she was doing, I was like, this girl is batshit crazy. He's for sure going to like leave her. No, he literally like was hugging her that same night. So I feel like they could have at least said, "Thank you for just like I know you've been like you haven't been perfect, but thank you for receiving my sister for who she is." Because every man is not gonna deal with the. I can deal with a crazy girl like that. Like so, they could have at least gave him some type of like something,
you know
you
why
know,
though? It's because they truthfully don't think that she did anything wrong.
anything. They don't think she did
They
shit
don't think
wrong.
that she did
They don't think her
anything
shit
wrong.
stank.
Nope. 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 I mean, yeah. You heard the mom say, "Don't." You have so many other people out here waiting for a first chance. Who the fuck wants a first chance with Melanie after the way she just acted on Love Island on
She
national
acted a
television?
fool.
I mean, come on now. Like, I mean, like you want to go dig through the garbage for a man that wants to put up with that? Like, come on now. Like, so I mean, like at the end of the day, like, okay, hey, a wise man once said, a lot of a lot of people be playing hard to get. You're hard to want. You're hard to want. You need to. That's what a lot of y'all need to realize, or whatever, right? You act the ass on national TV. You're now hard to want. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Stop looking at. Stop thinking just because she's your daughter, just because she's your sister. Okay, all right. Oh, it's your baby girl. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. Okay. At the end of the day, she made herself look like a guy, Boo Boo the Fool, on national television for 6 weeks straight. Okay, that's the fact of the matter. That's the fact of the matter. You know what I'm saying? So is she gonna be with Sincere after this all, or go back out into the dating pool? You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
roll the fucking dice after you've looked like a fool on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
I wouldn't date somebody has a a video history like this. Like this is crazy.
Yeah. I think I want to make a very bold statement.
Go ahead.
I want to make a bold statement about. I guess I'll start with Sincere and Melanie, and then there's another couple right after them, I would say. But I want to make a bold statement and say, right, when we think about like who we want to win, or who deserves to win, and who like has something at least real. Because again, this is juicy real talk. I need transparency. I need some shit that's raw. No matter how we feel about Melanie and Sincere, at the end of tonight's episode, because she ain't that like She act a fool. She's dumb in love, but at the end of the day, she ain't stupid. And tonight episode proved that to me, and other episodes actually too. In a lot of ways, she ain't stupid. She may be stupid in love, but she's not dumb. She literally said in tonight's episode, I just want you to be sincere with me, and like, I'm willing to give this a shot. Blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like, and if I look dumb, I look dumb, right? And my thing is, and she also said, I want you to figure it out. Are you a people pleaser? Are you doing this for you or for us, right? With that being said, if he makes a decision to like give this shit a shot and she's willing to take that risk, I would root for them to win because regardless of what the fuck we say, like Sincere said it tonight, they've been resilient. He has fucked up many times. She's taking him back. They've went through. She has cried and did whatever. He stood there by her side, even if he caused the tears. You know, so there's some people, there's some men out here who will shit on you. You cry, they don't give a fuck. Or they're gonna try to like manipulate their way out of the situation and act like they're innocent. I feel like
Corbin.
it
Corbin
may
didn't
not
give
be
a
the
fuck
most,
about Kenzie's feelings,
huh?
for example. I said Corbin, for example. He didn't give a fuck about Kenzie's feelings.
Right. So I feel like we have seen that when problems come, she's gonna be there for him. And there's a lot of couples who were together to this day who've been together for years. It may be toxic, but they love each other and they still together. So I feel like I would like for them to win. If not them, I'm rooting for KC and TT to win just on the principle of like the growth that they've shown. I think the only way I will be pleased at the ending of this season is if TT and Casey or Melanie and Sincere wins, because especially Sincere and Melanie, they have been through the fucking trenches. Okay, like Melanie specifically has been through the fucking mud. Okay, and if I swear to God, well, I don't want to get too crazy with it, but I'm being so for real, y'all. If fucking a basic weak ass fake ass couple like Trinity and Bryce win this fucking show, I'm gonna be so fucking mad. And I don't even know if I'm gonna watch next season because it's like off of the strength of like America votes stupidly. But like honestly, like I think for me, again, TT and KC, Melanie and Sincere is like probably who I'm rooting for to win. If not those two, maybe a Zach and Kata. Those are the only three. Maybe if I'm missing a couple, tell me. But those are the only three that has something that's somewhat believable or like can have something outside of here. What are you
Yeah,
thinking
those
about?
would also be my top three. TT and Casey, Mel Sincere, Zach Kata. Like probably in that exact order. I think Casey and TT is a little far fetched though. They're probably just not gonna win. Um,
Just
but
time is not on their side, right?
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, they're just too unpopular with the
Right.
masses after
Yeah.
everything. The Love Island USA fan base is very parasocial, as we discuss. And I've articulated multiple times. They're strange. They're weird people, you know.
They're
And
emotional.
yeah,
They
they're
think
very
with
emotional.
emotion and not like logic.
So what I think it is I think a lot of them like don't really have friends. And so I feel like they feel like this is like a friendship thing, right? And so like they see themselves like why it's like it's core four, right? You know what I'm saying? Like and they're just talking about four girls who are friends on the island. You know what I'm saying?
Fake
Like
friends at that, because the
it's
way
because they don't
Trinity,
have friends in real life, right? Like that's why
exactly.
they obsessed with these friend groups over on the show. Because in the UK, people talk about, you know what I'm saying, like actual couples. Like that's who they stand, you know? But like people don't even have like stand names this year around. It's so anyways, that being said, yeah, those would also be my top couples. Casey and TT, I think they have the most likelihood of becoming like a good couple, like a good, solid, healthy couple.
I agree.
Long
I agree.
term, Mel and Sincere probably have the most likelihood of like staying together in an unhealthy or healthy couple, like either one. You know what I'm saying? Just because they could do the toxic thing for years and years and years, or
Yeah.
whatever. Um, so yeah, and then Zach and Kata, I think they're the third realist. After that, I would probably do Carl and Anaya,
For
and
real?
then Trinity and
Oh
Bryce.
yeah, yeah. Because Trinity Bryce got to be last. What's gonna really piss
Oh, I
me
forgot
off?
about Kinsey and Dylan.
We
I
not
didn't
even
rank
did.
them. Who
We ain't
cares?
even-
Who cares?
I just can't support that mess, bro. I can't. So we'll see what America chooses. Because, like I said, if it's not one of those three, I'm gonna be fucking tight. And if Bryce and listen, y'all, if Bryce and that girl win, just know I'm going to go live and I'm fucking screaming. It's gonna be fucking horrible. Y'all gonna be really entertained because I'm gonna be being
Oh
fucking pissed,
man,
cursing everybody to fuck out.
I'll probably be here with you.
You will
I
be here with
probably
me.
yeah. I need to get my licks in. I need to get my licks in one last time, man.
I'm gonna eat the internet up for probably days.
Oh man, we're gonna need to find something new to watch. Maybe we should just watch UK, man. I think I
You
heard
think
UK was
so?
good this season. I heard it was good this season, and I saw the they had Casa in pretty recently. They had some you know what I'm saying, it looked like production was doing their thing. It's like production was doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they came through just the exact same way they came through for USA this year. You know what I'm saying? Like they had black girls, real deal black girls, not no, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying,
nice.
trendy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I was like, oh, these are not
Actual
my
like
people because they're across the
functioning.
pond, but these are my people. I could maybe watch this.
But my question for you though, like, if we were to start going live about that, we're gonna be behind because we got to go from the beginning and catch up, right? Like you're in the middle of the season,
Yeah,
right?
that's true. Yeah, they're in the middle of the season. I mean, maybe we could just do like a bunch of episodes, like week by week or something, or like a cluster.
Okay. Let's ask these people in the chat. So, like, would you guys be down for like
Yeah.
if Brandon and I started like watching you like when this goes away, like catching up on UK and going live on the UK version? Would y'all be cool with that? Because it would be completely new to me. Like, I've never the last season and just the USA is the only
It's
thing
the
that I've
same
ever
show,
seen.
just better.
It's better. Okay.
Yeah, same show, just better. I mean, either that or like, I mean, Love Is Blind comes out soon. Maybe Temptation Island or one of like the Netflix shows or something. It's a lot
Yeah.
of reality TV dropping.
Yeah, we got some shit to. Yeah, we gotta we gotta find some dope shows to watch. Keep this going.
If y'all are watching the live, I mean, like for sure, go on the YouTube video once this goes live, and let us know in the comments like some shows that we should watch or something. So yeah,
Yeah. Also, can y'all click like on the video because when y'all click like, it actually helps the channel grow. So please click like right now if you can. Click that thumbs up button to help us out because we really appreciate y'all. TL, you're so great. TL, you know who be commenting too? So after our videos are up, sometimes TL actually goes and comments on like the
shout out
live.
to y'all, man.
Shout out to you, TL.
Shout out to y'all. Holding down like always. But yeah,
He was holding her hair while she ate. Who you talking about, Brian? Somebody was holding somebody's hair when they ate.
I'm trying to think, when did that happen?
TL says she'll be down to watch UK.
Honestly, I mean, we could do an episode by episode review too. Just go like live once every week, once every
Oh,
couple
so
of days,
like
or
off
once
of the
every week.
you mean like on the present or like talking about going the back and like where they are now?
Just
You mean like go episode one?
start from episode one and just do, all right, this is our live for episode one.
Okay.
We're gonna break the whole fucking episode down or something.
Yeah, let's do
Maybe just
that
do
then.
shorter ones, perhaps.
Yeah, we could do that. She left out UK. They had a brother doing that. Oh, okay. They talk about UK. So Brian is hip to
Oh,
UK. So since you already started UK, you can still come to our live and watch because you can hear our perspective and then you can kind of give your commentary in the comments too, for sure.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, if not too, I mean,
We could find another show too.
it's a million Love and Island shows that drop. you know,
Right.
it's
Like we'll watch.
Temptation Island, Love on the Spectrum, Love Is Blind. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Bet that Mara girl pressure. So he's still talking about UK. I don't know who these people are.
Okay, yeah, I think this is the girl from Casa that I was talking about. Like they brought in like real deal like baddies, and I'm like, usually like they don't have like IG baddies like this like on Love Island. I was like, okay, like what or not on UK, not on UK. You know what I'm
So
saying?
they stepping the game up.
Yeah, not on UK. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I guess okay. That's what I'm trying to say here. You know what I'm saying? Like, like they're usually not bringing no pressure into the UK ville. I'm like, I don't even know if them British boys know what to do with that. You know what I'm saying? So I
He
don't know
said
if I
I
could go
would
out
have
with
folded
this.
instantly. We know you would have folded, Brian Pumper.
Brian Foolish.
Wait,
Yeah, no.
Brandon, do you know who Brian Pumper is?
I
Of
I
course,
do not.
of course you don't, because I'm like, you never get the joke, bro. When this live goes off, go to Google, wait for your type in Brian Pumper videos.
Oh God, I mean, can I look this up on my public browser, or do I need the incognito tab, or
Incognito.
oh Lord,
How do you
uh,
think people have like Brian Pumper has helped people learn how to perform for their girl? Like, yeah,
oh brother,
I knew about Brian
I ain't
Pumper.
looking at no
I
Brian
looked at Brian
Pumper.
Pumper's videos before I was even knew how to like.
Oh brother, I'm starting to watch Big Brother. I've never seen Big Brother, but I've heard good things. We could
Oh
watch
yeah,
Big
maybe
Brother.
we should do Big Brother, bro, because I think they're
We could do
just
Big Brother.
because it's a big ass show and it's like they're about to start. That's what I was. I'm so who said that? First of all,
TL. It was
thank you
TL.
TL because I
Of
saw
course, it was TL.
because of course it was TL. I just saw like a couple days ago on social media it was announced who the new cast is. So let's do Big Brother so we can be in like real time with them. When does Big Brother air?
Yeah, like and like what time of day? Because if it's not so late, that'd be amazing.
Well, bro, this is similar to Love Island. So it comes on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 8 p.m. So it's like a similar thing.
Okay, not
Um,
bad.
so it says Sundays will be 90-minute episodes, Wednesdays 1 hour, Thursdays 1 hour. So this is great. I feel like it's the same structure. When does it
Have you seen The
start?
Bachelor? Did you see?
Shit, bro, hold on real quick. That the Big Brother just premiered last night.
That's crazy.
So we can maybe watch it tomorrow or something, and we can kind of get started that. But what was your question?
I said, have you seen The Bachelor? Because that's
I
probably the other
feel
biggest
like
show.
oh, we could do that too.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a snooze fest, low key. But I
Okay,
mean,
we ain't gotta do it.
it's like
So we don't.
people. I mean, a lot of people watch it. It's a big show. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but it's not like a Love Island, in my opinion. It's not like Love Island.
I feel like we should just do Big Brother then, because
Yeah.
Big Brother is kind of a live thing like this. Is Bachelor live like this, where it's like certain nights and it's like,
No, 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 no,
yeah, I think we should do that for sure.
for sure.
Hell yeah,
All right. Well, one more episode, y'all. One more episode,
that's it. We got one more. Fuck.
or two more technically, because yeah, we got tomorrow nights and then Sunday nights. So my bad. Two more episodes, and
All
after
right.
some. But I mean, this next episode is just going to be the final dates and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So really, the last episode is. It's really just one more episode, I would assume, because the final episode on Sundays was just that's just gonna be like the live vote, and they're gonna show flashbacks of the different couples and whatnot. So,
All right.
um, so yeah,
We'll be
one
here.
more.
One more. Well, y'all, if there's anything else y'all want to talk about before I shut it down, is there anything you want to talk about, Brandon, that we haven't talked about yet?
That's I think that's all I got. I think that's all I got. I don't know. We got a really good live in.
Yeah, this was fun. When I tell you I missed y'all so much. I was like, and my vacation got extended by like 2 more days than it was supposed to be. So I was like, and I think on my last live, I was telling them, I was like, yeah, like I'll try to go live when I get there. Big cap. Because I left my camera here and then like we were so busy, it was no way I was gonna go live with y'all. But I'm happy that you guys are back with us and we look forward to more lives in the future. And thank you, Brandon, too, because I know you had a long day. I'm still jet lagged, so but we made it work.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's always a pleasure to come out here and talk some reality TV, man. You know, love it.
Hell yeah.
Oh
Hell
yeah.
yeah, we're definitely thinking about Big Brother TL. I'm excited because I actually have never. I feel like I saw a few episodes of Celebrity Big Brother one year when like it was like Candy Burris and Tamar Braxton was on it because like, or maybe I saw the viral clips online or something. I don't know. I know I watched a little bit of it, but I never like saw like a full season. So I'm really kind of excited to kind of see how it really goes. So we
I
can
do know
really
some
jump.
of the drama. I know JoJo Siwa, who is like a popular or was a popular like lesbian, like,
Oh,
you know, LGBT community advocate or whatever. She
okay.
met a guy on Celebrity Big Brother and cheated on on her girlfriend with that guy.
I love that. Well, not cheating on.
And well, I mean, I love the drama, right?
I
Because
love
I
a
was just
woman.
like,
I
what
love
the
a
fuck
woman
is
going back
that?
to a man.
That is like that's like that is insanity to me. Like
Oh
I
wait, they
would
was cheating on the show.
yes, yes, she
That's
was
some
cheating on
shit.
the show.
What? She messy for that.
Yeah. So I mean, like that's the only thing I know about Big Brother is like that situation.
Damn.
Because I mean I heard some of the drama, but hold on, let me verify.
Yeah, that's a mess.
I mean her partner accused her of emotional cheating. So I mean, yeah, she a cheater. but anyways, cheating on Big Brother isn't that crazy? So yeah, that's the only thing I know about Big Brother. The show seems messy. I'm interested.
I'm interested too. They get
It
into
might be.
arguments and manipulation, the lies.
Mhm.
Sounds like some good shit right up my alley.
Oh yeah.
Playing to win. And I feel like this way the people can own their shit, right? Like I feel like because it's like gameplay, we know they're trying to be strategic. It ain't no, oh, they're trying to like we're not. I'm not questioning what's real or fake about a relationship. It's like, nah, y'all doing this for a reason. And something else we're gonna do, bro. That I feel. Have you ever seen Traders, bro? Shit is
I think
amazing.
I have. I think I
You
have, but I
think?
don't. It's been a long time if I have, and like I don't really.
Nah, you would know. It's like they get the round table. They got it's like cloaks. It's like who's faithful, who's a traitor, basically who's telling the truth versus who's lying.
It sounds a little familiar. I mean, like I'm not gonna lie. It does. I mean, I've seen a lot of game shows and reality TV, but I
Okay.
don't like unless it's one of my shows and I watch like a full season all the way through. Like you know.
Okay.
But
So
yeah, man, we're gonna tap into this Big Brother.
fuck yeah. I'm like super excited. Because I've never really watched it, but this would be a good reason to watch
I've
it.
never seen an episode at all ever. Period.
I
Of
love
Big
this for
Brother.
us.
I'm not sure how because I mean I guess it's because it's kind of it was traditionally always the show but
Exactly. They starting to
yeah.
sprinkle us through there, you know.
Mhm.
Lock by lock.
Oh yeah.
All right,
All
y'all.
right.
I'm
It's been
going to.
real.
It's been real, y'all. We got some sleep to get. Y'all get y'all rest too. We love y'all so for real for holding it down with this. And again, if you haven't clicked the thumbs up, please click that thumbs up. We fucking love y'all so much. All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Peace.
Peace out, y'all.